Time. It is 10 o'clock a.m. Central. It's time to start our Micro Moment podcast. Thank you for joining us. And surprised me, but Randy was able to join us today. We didn't think he was going to. He's down in Florida with his baseball tournament. And he just doesn't, they're really getting hit by the storm down there, the hurricane. But it looks like they're going to get in one more game this afternoon. Other than that, they've been really rained out most of this trip. And we were going to try to have him take his computer out there and set it out there and turn it on so we can see him play, but don't guess we're going to be able to do that. They got really surprised he's even here. So we didn't have a major topic we were going to discuss. I think next podcast, next Thursday, we're going to talk about the dogs of the Dow. And so we'll be prepping that in the Cal report this weekend. And that's what we're going to talk about next weekend. So here, we'd just like to get a bunch of questions. Go to our website, www.micromomenttrading.com, and check it out. It's got all our activities and all the emails people write in, and we answer, and everything that Randy does and everything that the Micro Moment guys are doing. And it's free. It's called the Cal Report. And just sign up for it, and you'll get it every Friday afternoon. Late, and it's good. It's a good deal. Today, the market has been somewhat mixed. Dow's still down about 138 points. The S&P's down about 8.10, and NASDAQ is up 39. As you know, it's been a crazy week, just incredible spins due to the virus vaccine and just other things going on, I guess, with the election and such, uncertainties there. And so it's been kind of a crazy week. However, we've had our daily sessions in the morning at 8:30 Central Time on our Micro Moment 1 hour sessions. This is the 12th, and we were up 33.618% today, just today. And we had that Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we're up 91.525. And this morning I mentioned that to Tim, and I didn't think I had the 91 figure, but so, Randy, Tim, we're easily going to go over the 100% for tomorrow. We were 118% last weekend. And this morning, Tim had the most trades. He had 6 Apple trades for 27.670. And Deshaun was up 5.948 over 3 trades on SPY. We didn't have any trades from Tim because Tim was not able to make it in the morning, but he'll be there tomorrow.
I was here.
It's QQQ. Huh?
I was here.
No, I meant Tony. I'm sorry. Yeah. So anyhow, I got you. So if you have any questions, today's going to be good because we don't really have a real specific thing we're going to talk about now. See, I like Gary. Look at that. He says you guys are beautiful. And I've been taking that credit, but I guess I'll share that credit. Oh, and today just came across the wire, of course, earlier this morning is National Happy Hour Day. November the 12th is Happy Hour. It's been Happy Hour Day. It's been Happy Hour Day since 1914 when ship USS Arkansas was actually invading a country down in South America. And the soldiers were just sitting in the ship, just sitting out there, or the Navy guys, and they got kind of bored, so they invented Happy Hour Day. And in celebration, you can't see it. And I couldn't get my little shirt here. My shirt's a Happy Hour shirt. It's martini. Got a big martini glass on the back. And there's a little bitty martini glass right here, but you can't see it. So that's a celebration of Happy Hour Day. November 12th. Remember that. So, okay. Tim, you just had a super day today. And I had to get off early. So how was everything going when I left to get prepared for this?
Well, things had kind of settled down a bit. We were getting into the doldrums of, we have that flurry the first half hour, 45 minutes of the market, and then it just quickly calmed down. And it's been that way since we got off 45 minutes ago.
Okay.
Not a lot going on right now.
The way your eyes are popping around there and your head's popping around, it looks like you're about to be looking and trying to do a deal.
Oh, always. SPY's has some good ups and downs here. I mean, a lot of good volatility in SPY, so I wouldn't be surprised if Deshaun's been burning it up. but Apple's been calm for a while, so it'll reignite this afternoon.
Yeah, on those macro moment trading for the folks out there, we're in our tomorrow's the end of our 80th week with 93.25% average per week. We've been doing this about 3.5 years, but it was just all in house. We still do it in house, exact same trades that we're going out here, but it's quite a successful technique, and you're never in a trade longer than 15, 16 seconds. If it goes to a minute, you probably need to be out of the trade. There's only one thing, unlike Randy's techniques, which is the old compound stock earnings techniques, which has a book 350, 400 pages, in depth, and has many, many, many more techniques, and we'll have them described here in a minute. But the macro moment is just really so simple. We never worry about if the market's going up or down. Neither really does Randy, and so we don't care. We cut on that trading screen at 8:30 Central when the market opens. We don't care which way it's going to go, and we're never in anything for more than a few minutes, or if not a few minutes, but seconds. Never anything overnight. And our average returns, like I say, are 118% last week. It's probably going to be over 100 this week. 90, whatever I said earlier, 3.25% over the last 80 weeks, which is a good period of time. So, Randy, what is going on? I didn't think I was going to talk to you today because of the baseball game.
Yeah, I have no idea till this morning. They've been playing it kind of hour by hour with all this. I guess I don't know if it ever became a hurricane, but Tropical Storm Eta. It hit us left and hit us and left and hit us, and so we were able to squeeze one game in on Tuesday before the skies opened up and just started blowing all the way through Wednesday. So we didn't think we were going to get to play till tomorrow, but they told us this morning, 2 o'clock this afternoon, looks like nice and sunny, and hopefully the wind's kind of blowing the fields to dry them off. So I didn't even know what I was going to be doing this morning. So, anyway, so get out and have another game today, and probably a doubleheader tomorrow and a doubleheader on Saturday unless the rain comes back. So we just have to squeeze a whole week into a couple of days. But we're having fun, and I get to play all next week. So next week on Thursday, there's a good chance I will be at the ball field when we're on the podcast. So
yeah.
It all depends on. Hopefully the weather is kind of gone now, and it looked like it was out in the Atlantic last time I looked. So
yeah, what does the A stand for? Is that just
Atlanta?
Is that the name of y'all's team?
Yeah, we're the Atlanta Heat, and so see on our jersey it says Atlanta.
There you go.
And then this is the Braves baseball hat. It's the same hat the Braves use. So
yeah,
we're the Atlanta team.
Well, you did do it. You did do it. When'd you get down there?
Actually, last Friday evening.
Oh, Friday. Okay. So, how did your trades do last week then?
Oh, great! Yeah, great. Actually, the momentum trade, which is the slow version of what Tim and Deshaun do, where we look at the daily advance chart that tells us when the beginning of momentum is, and then we buy a call and then let it go up and then sell it. And so Verizon closed out for a 5.2% return. I just shoot for a 5% return on those positions. So once I buy it, I just put an order in to sell it for 5% more. And that one closed out on Tuesday for 5.2%. And then for the regular covered calls that I teach on Wednesdays, had four. We had TLT that closed out for 28% return in 4 days. Amazon was 36.4% for 4 days. FXC was 3.6%, and IWM was 11.1%. And those all closed out last Friday, so get all the capital back and can redeploy it this week. So actually today I've already closed out 2 of this week's positions. I don't know what's going to happen with this market. You never know. So I'm not waiting until tomorrow afternoon to get my positions closed out. So I already closed out Amazon for a 61% return for this week. And the QQQ closed that one out for, I think that's about 8.4% return. And those were just entered on Thursday and closed, or on Tuesday and close out on Thursday. So 2 days, and those are the covered calls. They're in the money, deep in the money covered calls. And that's how we trade covered calls. We trade them for income, and we want to be called out. So I want to enter a position that has a high probability of being called out. But you can also close it out early and lock in the majority of the profits. So I'll take 61% for 2 days. That's okay.
Yeah, that's not bad. I think what we're going to be talking about next week. Well, if you got the next week, so what I want to get around to though is you remember the dogs of the Dow. You still do some dogs of the Dow, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yep. Yeah. And we got the Intel dividend that's going to be coming to us on December 1st because we've already earned that dividend a couple of weeks ago. So,
well, I've got some really just fantastic information on dogs of the Dow, and just for our people who listen to this podcast. A long time ago, when I was at Merrill Lynch, we invented the dogs of the Dow, and I didn't invent it, but they invented it, and it just was real simple. You just went out and you picked. You go through all the lists. Usually, we limited to 10 of the stocks, and took
the highest yielding ones in the Dow.
Yeah, and took the highest yielding ones, and went with the highest yielding one down to the. Over 10 of them, what would be the lowest one of those 10, and you bought them, and you waited then for the lower ones to come up because they're on the bottom of the curve and they should be coming up, and you take those profits on those. So now Randy has a lot more things we can do with them, and also we have information now on just the dogs that pay dividends, Randy, so we can. In our little dividend stock selection stuff, we can do dogs that just pay dividends, and then we can do dogs that are the highest yielding dogs on the face of the earth. There are all kinds of dogs. If you're a pet, aficionado, you'll love
dividend aristocrats.
That's right. That's right. So anyhow,
we'll be teaching how to do that too.
Yeah. So it's going to be a good session next several actually because we're kind of getting into those dividend things and. Those dividend paying stocks and how the whole point of using your techniques when you're looking at dividend paying stocks is the fact stocks don't pay much percentage wise. But if somebody's trying to live off their money and they just own dividend paying stocks and probably they're not really looking at the stocks going up in value so much. They're looking at the dividends and maybe they're looking at 2 or 3% a year. And using your techniques, you can increase that 2 or 3% a year to probably 200% a year. And just with those same stocks and never, ever run the risk of losing that stock. And you have the ability to get out of it and make a big return on it just because you're always picking out of the money, strikes way out there. If the stock ever gets up there, you're going to want it to be called out because then it's going to be at the right place on the chart. It's going to turn around and start coming down. So you can get up with a huge profit. You can turn around and buy it again, much cheaper than what you got out of it for. A lot of fantastic things. People, university just like dividend stocks. It's boring. Yeah, you just don't get your dividend check, and you can do that, but you don't have to. And a lot of those companies have been paying, depending on how old the company is, 100 years. They've been paying dividends. So, let's have some people over here with some questions, some comments, or something that we can discuss. Otherwise, we're just looking at Tim trying to make a deal over there.
There he is. He's watching those charts as your Apple's just not hardly moving right now.
No, but we just had a very strong push down here. Unfortunately, I missed it. I was paying attention to you guys and missed it.
That's right.
Well, they had.
But the good news is there's going to be another one.
Right.
Yeah.
That's great.
They had. What is today? Today's the.
The 12th, November 12th.
Well, yeah. Hold on. Let me get my more.
Thursday.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. November 12th. They had 6 trades today, and Tim just had some fantastic trades with his Apple.
Hey, look who's here.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, there he is.
Sorry, I was just finishing up the the webinar, was showing the clients some stuff.
Oh, good. Deshaun, on our webinar, a lot of times the thing ends at 9:30 in the morning, Central Time. Yeah, Monday through Friday. And a lot of times he will stay around. A lot of times they'll come, all of them will come back later on, maybe between 3 and noon and 3 Central Time for a second session. You get notified by that on your text message, via text message. But Deshaun doesn't like to do that. He likes to just hang around after the first session, which ends at 9:30 Central, like I said before, and just answer questions and explain things and do all kinds of really, really good, important stuff for our clients. And that's what he was doing today. And you just really wrapped that up. You were in there a long time.
Yeah. I was showing him some of the like how to execute some trades on Thinkorswim and answering all their questions. But yeah, it was cool. And then I had to go over the trades I did earlier too, since I had a better day today than yesterday.
Well, I know you had a terrible day yesterday. Sometimes you
Because you didn't hula hoop.
Yeah, I know I hadn't hula hooped yet. I've got a thing going. We really didn't expect Randy was going to be here today. And
I thought you had the softball champ. They already got the championships or what?
Well, they've been hit.
Baseball.
Yeah.
Baseball, not softball. Baseball. You know,
But what happened is they've been rained out by the hurricane. They've been rained out by the hurricane down there, and he got a break, and they've only played one game, but now they're going to get in one after this podcast this afternoon.
Huh.
And then, but they still got the hurricane.
Baseball this whole time?
Baseball, yeah.
Okay. I thought it was, okay.
You've heard of baseball.
Well, yeah, but you always say he's been playing softball, so I thought he was in a softball league this whole time.
No. Regular hardball baseball, 90 feet bases and the whole bit.
It's the real
60 and a half feet for the pitchers now.
No, they had 10 trades today. 9 trades, I'm sorry. 9 trades today. And but it was like I said, Tony wasn't here. It was just Deshaun and
Tim.
And I was looking to try to get he had an Apple 9.0909% on one Apple trade. Huge. And a 6.666. Really, really good. Those are huge returns. An average mutual fund, if they're lucky, if they make 4 or 5% a year, a lot of them lose money. They try to make 7%. They always try to convince you that they're going to make 7%, but they very rarely do. So one of these trades is more than those funds making a year, much more than a lot of those funds making a year. So anyhow,
That just blows me away. I got to wonder, is it massive incompetence, or where does all that money go that all they can return is a 6 or 7% a year?
No, it's not individual massive incompetence, Tim. What it is the whole system is incompetent. They're doing good within the system. Mm-hmm. You know, the system's incompetent. Or they're not going to be able to do any better. Mm-hmm. And all your big firms up there, you know, it's not that they occupy. You know, I always very, down on brokers, and but it's really not necessarily the brokers. It's the whole organization just stupid. In other words, if stupid is, stupid does. You know, it does, stupid does, whatever it is. But the system just doesn't work. And it used to be that was the best you could do. That was the best you could do when you had to get in your car and go to the broker's office and then go inside and sit there and wait so you could talk to your broker. And he didn't have any of the information he can get today and that you can get. That's the big difference. Starting 10, 15 years ago, all of a sudden, because of the internet, you could get all the information. You didn't need to go to the broker's office. And so that totally opened up the whole realm of where you didn't have to work within a system, that was flawed. But they never changed it. Historically, the market techniques have never changed. They just never changed a single cotton picking thing. But the individual obviously can, and look how just the brokerage business on the internet has changed, where there's no commissions down. There's you back when I started doing this 100 years ago, you couldn't get option chains. You couldn't get anything that we use. Not one single thing that we use today. Not one single thing. And we obviously have clients making, tremendous, and they report to us every day during those sessions what they're making. Amounts of money that a broker would just. In fact, and I'm not going to divulge anything on Deshaun here, but he has a broker friend that I asked him to ask a broker friend with a major brokerage firm, what their average return was. and it was just pitiful. I mean, like almost nothing. And I told John, can't even understand how you could be a friend with somebody so dumb. But anyhow, that's his own choice, not mine. But it's and the guy was shocked to hear what Deshaun was doing. Absolutely shocked. Marcus, you want to throw that question back up there again, please? There you go. It's Carl. And what was the website that you used to find the stocks that pay the higher dividends? Carl, I subscribe to a number of sites, and quite frankly, I can't tell you what it is right now. I'll try to find it here. I don't know if I can find it with all this other program running. But okay, here's look at this question here on my email. How to find the best dividend stocks? Motley Fool. So it's a Motley Fool, and I just clicked on it, and I'll find your email, and here it is, a whole article, how to find the best dividend stocks. It says it takes more than just a promised cash payment to make a dividend stock worth owning, and it's just a very good long article here. And when we have our sessions tomorrow, I've got your email on that session, and I'll email this article to you tomorrow. That's okay. So.
It sounds like we have a extra microphone open somewhere.
Sounds like Randy's got some baseball players around him there.
Yeah, let me see if I can mute.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Might have been Randy's. Yeah.
Okay, so I hope, Carl, that's okay with you. So. Okay.
Carl says thanks.
Okay. Thank you, Carl.
Let's get some other questions going, guys.
Yeah, we got a little spell here because it's going to be pretty crowded on these sessions if we start talking about all these other techniques. Well, Randy, tell us a little more about what you teach and do, because you always do that.
Mm-hmm.
See, Randy's not listening. There you go. Did you hear me, Randy?
Yeah, I had to unmute again. So
okay,
we are into the house, three of us. So I do have two other teammates here that are wandering around. So sorry for that, but
no worries.
Cover calls. So for those that don't know what a cover call is, you buy a stock and then you sell a call option against it, which is basically renting out that stock. So you say you could buy Amazon if you decided, if you had that much money. So you buy Amazon for $3,133 and sell a $3,100 call against it. So you're renting out that stock and you're getting $4 or $5 a share of income for the 1 week. Then that gives the person that's renting the stock, it gives them the right to buy the stock from you at that price. But if they decide not to buy that stock from you at that price, then you just keep their money and you have the stock again and you can rent it out again the next week. Now that's for new positions that we're selecting that we want to be called out at. What Joe's been talking about with the dividend stocks, it's a stock that you've had for a while and you don't want to sell it because you're just waiting to get that 2 or 3 or 4 or 5% a year dividend. But you can sell a weekly option against it out of the money. That means it's a higher strike than where the stock is trading at. And you can get income. They're going to rent it out. And of course, the person that's giving you that rent, they think it's going to go up. But it doesn't always do that. We don't speculate. See, as Joe said, we don't really care if the market's going up, down, or sideways. We make money in any direction. We're not guessing at what direction that it's going to go. Now, we try to select positions that are in rising cycles and heading up so that we will be called out. It increases the probability we'll be called out, but it doesn't have to because we sell in the money calls. So it can actually go down and we still get called out, get all of our money back and lock in that return. And on the weekly options that I've been doing, it's in the 4, 5, 6% a week, or like Amazon was 61.3% return for this week for 2 days of entry. Now that's with a advanced covered call technique that I teach a webinar every single Wednesday for a couple hours that teaches how to do that. And those are positions that we're able to get in and out of within the week. So Tim and Deshaun get in and out within seconds. With the covered calls, we get in and out within the week typically, and get all the cash back and wait for the next week to get in again.
And what do you think your averages are running? Just, I know you just off the top of your head here, but.
Well, the like last week, the closed positions were 36.9%, 3.6%, 11.1%, and 28.2%. So, I mean, you can average those in it. That doesn't mean that that's what they're going to be every single time. But typically, I at least shoot for a 10% return on the entries of the positions that I get in.
Yeah, but that's 10%, though, for just a few days or maybe a week.
Not for the week, right?
Not
right.
10% for the year or anything like that.
Oh no, that's for the week. Yeah.
Yeah. So when you annualize those, now the reason I'm excited about this Dogs to Dow thing in relation to your trades is because people that like dividend stocks, this is picking the cream of the dividend stocks that should go up. And now our technique, we teach people this when they're in one of those trades, the stock shoots up and be called out. They're being called out very advantageously because they're going to make a lot of money because we got a strike price so high. And they're making a fortune, which means they don't have much money in that stock, which means also it's at the top of the curve heading down, and it's going to head right back down and get right back. And that's why that is, when you add that, the reliability of picking stocks that pay dividends that come off the Dogs to Dow list is just going to be another factor that helps people really get a good one that should perform the things that we're doing to try to make a lot more than the dividends. See what I'm saying? It's just another item in there that helps us.
And every Thursday night, I teach another webinar, and we teach the Dogs of the Dow how to get the dividends. We call it Lead the Dogs, but we go through that every single Thursday night as well. But we are putting together a whole workshop that we're going to go through and have those dividend aristocrats and teach how to generate income on a weekly basis in addition to getting the dividend on the stocks that you own.
Yeah. Another thing that we're coming out with, probably out next week, it's pretty much finished. We're coming out, it's going to go out to all our clients, and it's going to be on our website. Entire year's worth of the seminars. Who's giving them, what the times are, whole shebang, and people will really be able to see what's heading up into the year and be able to pick and plan. Like I think the very first one is a 2-day seminar I've been doing for years and years, called the Covered Call Income Seminar. It's the last 2 days, Saturday and Sunday. And this first one, I think, comes up
December 5th and 6th. You've got, your next one is actually just coming up in less than a month.
Yeah.
December 5th and 6th.
Yeah. And a lot of times Tim joins, or recently, because we haven't been doing it that long, but a lot of times Tim will join and Randy will join into that seminar. They don't have to. They have to sit there all day or anything like that. But they come in with their thoughts and ideas and certainly add value to those seminars. And here is Marion. My mouth is watering for Randy. Well, I just don't understand.
I think it's the uniform, Joe.
Huh?
I think it's the uniform.
I think yes. You guys in uniform are always that way.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's why I play baseball.
Yeah.
Get to wear that uniform, and the little kids come up and say, "Can I have your autograph?" And I always tell them, "Don't waste the baseball."
So see, Marion, you're justified. You're justified in these deals.
Oh, I love it.
Thanks, Marion. Marion's great.
Oh, that's too funny.
Okay, well, I can't believe we've lasted this long. We've almost 30 minutes. And, that's good because our time probably about 15 more minutes. We're discussing details. So everybody come back next Thursday. It's going to be a lot more exciting. Even though Randy is still going to be on the baseball field, maybe we'll get to see him run or something like that.
Yeah, because Thursday is the beginning of the playoffs, so we play kind of a round robin at the beginning of the week for 4 or 5 games, and then Thursday starts the playoffs. So we don't know exactly what the schedule is going to be for that yet. And hopefully we're in there, so to be out there in the morning playing the game.
That gives me an idea. Since there's a camera, like TV or something, watching this stuff, right? So Deshaun, I could go down there, and when they're not actually playing, I could go out in the field and hula hoop, do my hula hoop. Yeah, that'd be perfect, right?
Yeah, that'd be something to see.
Yeah.
Randy, you bring home the championship.
There you go, hula hoop championship.
That's what we're trying to do.
Yeah. Okay.
Last year we were in the championship game, but we came in second. We lost 4-3.
Randy, do you pitch consecutive days?
I can, as long as I don't pitch a whole game. I can pitch 3 or 4 innings every day.
Whew,
but
that's a lot of pitching.
In my younger days, I actually one year we were down here, I pitched 47 innings that week.
Oh, really? Wow.
Because our other pitchers kept getting hurt. So
Oof. Ouch.
that was when I was young.
I bet you had your arm on ice every moment you could.
No, I couldn't do that. No, I'm too old to do that. But.
Okay, well, everybody go to our website, www.micromomenttrading.com. Sign up for the Cow Report, and you'll see all kinds of stuff on that site about people asking how they're doing, questions we give, a whole work. It's been coming out for over 20 years now, every Friday. So go there and check it out. It's totally free. And also, we have a promotion going right now where you can sign up for 2 weeks of Deshaun, Tony, and Tim's morning session, 8:30 to 9:30 Central Time, Monday through Friday. You sign up for free for that 2-week period, and then you have the ability to subscribe to the service for $395 or something like that, which is substantially less than it normally is. So check that out. It's totally free. If you get free 2 weeks, and you can say, I don't like this, this doesn't do anything for me, and walk away. Or you could get a really cut rate price on joining the service, and you can participate every day. You don't have to participate, but if you want to learn how to really, and what they do, they teach you off a proprietary chart we have that costs a fortune, and that chart's telling you exactly when to get in and when to get out. And you're not sitting there worrying about it. You're not a day trader. You're not messing up with all kinds of stuff. In fact, we recommend you never use that technique more than 1 hour a day, because you make so much money during that 1 hour. But you have to be alert with that chart. You have to learn to use that chart. You don't want to screw around with overplaying your hand and thinking you're going to make a lot of money like a day trader does by sitting there all day and guessing about all kinds of stuff. You don't guess about anything. There's a little dot that comes on. That dot comes on red. You get out of that transaction as quick as possible. And if it's longer than a minute, you've probably fallen asleep and don't even know that. And the thing's probably turned red and green several times. So you need to get out of it anyhow after a minute. So, but it leads to extensive use of dope because it's so boring, Okay, guys. Anything last? Any last minute little comments or anything we can address?
No.
Okay. Well, next session in the next day we'll start getting into these dogs to Dallas and all those dividend dogs and all that kind of stuff. Tim, thank you very much. Randy, thank you. And see you later.
All right, guys.
So long, everybody.
Take care.
Stay safe. Have a great